A little bit faster than the other battlegrounds, and MVP Black seems to be this map will be the one that they will show the macro plays. And Kyocha on zone, it was not so perfect, but when he goes back to that normal the Haka pick, I think he will be on top of things, and that will be no problem for Black. And Mighty, everything they prepared did not work so perfectly in game number 1. Let's see how they can come back in game number 2.
That's the plan. Here we go. First pick once more on the side of Mighty. Actually, last time they had the second. Sorry for the misspeak there. That's how they got that cooldown Ariel. I wanted to make a Valarial type thing. Gulario. Arl Dan. I don't know. It's not really easy to make that one work. So we see the Falstad ban here to remove the global from Mighty. It's actually Magi's most played hero at, I'm going to look at exactly how many games. 9 games played. Perhaps the team will be happy for this one, though, because he's 2-7 on the hero. Dahaka picked up here for Black. We'll see what they grab with him, though.
Yep, Falstad already banned, so both globals are picked and banned.
Probably just going to be the Malfurion, you have to
Very
imagine.
that's the most likely one, but there goes Leeming already. That's a fast pick for her.
She's normally not taken this highly on the map. This may be designed to remove SDE's hero pool, because now perhaps Mighty goes down the tank roll because they want to lock that out, and then Black in the next phase bans out the Tychus, and then suddenly you're not really worried about your tank. You're more happy that you've denied so much from SDE. As we see, Nasang will probably be on the Malfurion this time, unless they've had a full position swap in secret. I hate when teams do that, but...
And this time, Mighty will take Muradin and Malfurion instead. This seems to be the perfect pair the later on stage. MVP Black, I think, considering about banning out Greymane here.
I'm not really a big fan of the Greymane ban. The Vala ban makes sense to me. A Tychus ban would make sense to me as well.
I think Vala is a better choice for them if they're not going to actually take it later on, since they are the one who may want to go for that Tychus against the Muradin.
This Nazebo ban is reasonable. Obviously, you can do quite a lot in the 4-man. Okay, well, they were just trolling us, I suppose. Ragnaros comes out. Ragnaros not really seen by Mighty in the triple melee composition where you have Muradin or ETC with the Rag and Zeratul. That triple melee is really reserved for other teams. We've seen it used mostly by Black themselves, Miracle, and a little bit of GG, but not really Mighty's style of drafting. Molten Core can definitely make the game longer, and I assume that Black wants to close this one out super quick. So perhaps that's part of the reasoning here, but an unusual ban. So, Arthas removed. No shocker. They just want to lock out Tist's hero pool and what tanks are available in the meta. Tist actually has played 3 games of Arthas, my bad. Misread the sheet there. It's in my second language. What do you guys want? 3 games of Arthas this season. They're going to take the Nazebo for themselves. And there's the Tyrael. So this feels like we could even see...
one more damage coming in with that Tyrael.
I feel like we could just see 5th pick ETC. You know, you have the global with ETC. You know, you have 2 globals then, or 1.5. You have good CC, and you could pair Mosh Pit with Sanctification if they don't want the global. Wouldn't be shocked if we see that. Obviously, his Rockstar passive doesn't do too much for Li Ming, but for Nazebo, it can be all right.
Would be better after 20. If they're looking for a late game, of course. But ETC is a great option, but with the global already, I don't think having that global potential again is necessary for Black. I think with that Sanctification, maybe they can put in more damage and go with Greymane to have those tempo fights in the very strong tempo fights from the beginning of the game. I think if they actually choose to go that way.
This could be Tygus and Hammer. Hammer and Greymane. They hovered the ban earlier. This is a decent composition, but it's definitely going to be Cocktail Greymane. There's no way they could do protection for Wizened Duelist, which is out of the meta anyways, but there's no way they could really try to force that to work. Lucio will be the support here for Black. Oh, they didn't even have a healer. I'm crazy. I was talking about ETC earlier. My bad.
I'm also crazy.
My bad, guys. Okay, well, it's because Nazebo's gingerbread head just makes me feel like he's healing me. Look at it. Don't you feel healed? I feel healed.
I can't even watch the entire face.
Okay. Lucio comes out as the last pick here for Black. Perhaps they're looking for a longer game with this Nazebo-oriented composition, but that isn't normally how they play this map. We'll just have to wait and see. Mighty's got a solid draft too. They're looking to tie this up. See if they can do it on Sky Temple. In blue, defending Eastern Clash champions, MVP Black, Sake on Nazebo, Reset on the Ming Tist, on Tyrael Dahaka, played by Kyocha, and I think Lucio My Merry Day was the last I missed.
And in red, Mighty, Joker on Muradin, Sands on 0-2, Magi on Sergeant Hammer, Nasang on Malfurion, and SDE on Greymane.
Interesting.
Okay, it's not the first Greymane from SDE. We saw all-in Greymane composition coming out in part 1, phase 1 from Mighty.
True, and they are going into Wolfheart at level 1, so might not be the cocktails we expected. This is a really strong level 1, and a safe rotation in here by MVP Black. The root comes down, but we'll get the cannon tower for free. Tist, I don't know if he has Aldruins. He should. Not even going to need it, looks like, to escape here. Merry Day needs to heal, though. A speed boost can get you away, but you need to make sure that you heal up to make sure you don't die to
Great
skill
cover
shots.
by Merry Day just now, then just block the Stonebolt from Muradin to keep Tist safe, but also almost got caught. But at the end, both of them were safe. So great cover.
Safe
Is the word for today.
Yes.
Yesterday was patience.
Well, if you ever need protection, you can always bring Medivh.
That's right.
This is going to be a grab for sure. And he's going to get pulled into the mini wave. So this is a great start here in the solo lane for MVP Black. Just not knowing that Kyocha was lurking nearby. Curious to see how the rest of this build goes for SDE, because you really can't, I feel, go into full melee, the Wizened Duelist, try to get takedowns if you don't have any sort of vulnerability or at least a secondary form of support. Malfurion, yes, he has slow, sustained healing, but he doesn't have the burst that's going to keep you alive when you go in aggressively in situations like that.
And this one, with Lucio on the back line, they will have to sustain. MVP Black will want to fight for a longer time. Joker already pretty low on his HP.
So essentially right now, this is a fight that Black is contesting 4v5. See, Sands comes around the corner, but they are winning it 4v5 with all the healing that Merry Day is putting off here. Finally, we do see a root come down. See if Merry Day can actually wall ride his way away. He does have the shields there from Tyrael. Magi needs one more auto. Can't get it. And Sands nearly goes down. It's going to be the kill here onto Sergeant Hammer as Dahaka's just chilling.
He is chilling. He is just squatting there, as you say what for. And Joker is so low.
Yeah, he's AOL Instant Messenger. Nothing much, just chilling you response right there, okay? Got the entire top temple. They get both temples. Oh, all right, let me just say this. You got both temples. Second one, 90% of it. Let the last shots go. But look at this. Even the top wall is down. They have an entire level lead 3 minutes into the game. And this is not looking good for Mighty, especially because the composition for Black excels in late game. So if they were to turn this around, they're going to be fighting an uphill battle all the way.
One of the biggest things for that temple fight was because Joker was low, which he is low again. They were waiting for that heal to come up so he can go in and connect with that CC. That's why. That's partially also why Najibo and Li Ming could just poke out from the beginning of the fight. That was the reason why they were able to win 4v5.
You summed up very well. I have nothing to add. Okay, here we go. This invade could be disastrous for Mighty had a reset been given there to Li Ming. SD nearly dies to the cap. I'll just trust he knows his limits. He knew exactly that was going to be. He's like, oh, just auto 2 more times. I get it. It's fine.
If only Kyocha went into that bush and found SDA, it would be a free kill.
That would have been hilarious, but it's a risk that pays off for Mighty because SD gets that, so they're going to have the counter pressure here with MV Black having so much committed to the bot lane.
Yeah, without the global, and Kyocha had to come down just now, so on that Z will be a cooldown when the second temple phase will be happening in a minute or so.
So looks like he just wanted to have you know, some cooldown reduction for his W with the Wolfheart. He's going to cocktail level 4. Just as we watch the rest of this build unfold here, he's not going into Eyes in the Dark or anything like that. So Greymane kind of sticking with a hybrid build of sorts, which I'm happy to see. Kyocha will finally clear this up, but you can see he's won this lane so hard. There's been no one to threaten or bother him this entire time, so the wall still has ammo to deal with the Night Camp up there. As he's going to go for the fort and then teleport down. Look at him up there. He's pushing it all the way. And there's got to be a 5v4 fight on this shrine that Mighty wins to force him to come down. They're going to lose the fort, and he's going to come down anyways. I feel like you're better to force the fight now. You see Zeratul is slowly rotating down. Takes reset down pretty low, but look, they'll lose the fort. Coach is still going to be like, I guess I'll get the last wave before I come down since you guys aren't forcing the issue.
Now Mighty just comes in, try to contest for the temple. And this is their time before MVP Black hits 10 and go to SDE and Magi already low. They don't have damage following up. Joker is the one to blow up.
Reset gets several kills here. The Dominance going to heal him back up to full. That's going to be a 5-man wipe as the angle coming in there on the brush stock was really well played. I feel like Mighty definitely didn't respond to this well. They didn't set up for success, and they didn't force the fight early. The reason why I feel they didn't commit heavily is because they were trying to get the pick on the reset. I was watching on the minimap. We didn't have it really on screen, but Zeratul was on the chase, trying to get the Li Ming kill to then go in for a 5v3 to force Kyocha's rotation down. They didn't get the pick. He actually took a lot of damage trying to do it. Then the Brush Stalker came in and resets abound. Here we go, level 10's up. And they thought they could get a pick. Joker's going to pay with it for his life. Dies to the Cannon Tower. Sanctification is available. They may just commit to it. Oop, a bit too late if they wanted to. So that's going to be the first kill here for Mighty.
They're going all in as they have Sanct available for themselves.
The longer this happens, the longer they just mess around in the mid lane and keep Mighty occupied while they dive a fort. The boss is killing a keep wall. Oh boy. That was not what they wanted either. SDE is at least getting something done up here in the top lane to try to get them 10, but it is disaster after disaster for Mighty in this game.
What a grab there too. What a fast response coming out from Black. Mighty, without having that global, they really need to soak in, just catch up to 10. That should be their priority right now, which they're not doing. As MVP Black pressures heavily on the mid lane. Mighty seems to be trying to respond to that because they don't want to lose any more structure when they also should be soaking in lane. They're just not making the right calls at the right time.
You're absolutely correct, and you know they finally have 10. Unfortunately for them, there's no objectives to take in this tiny window of time before Black has the 13 talent tier advantage. They do get their own Siege Giants. I suppose that's one step in the right direction. Joker has been hyper aggressive this game. He's looking for another stun here. So he wants to build up his Q, as he did build into that at level 1. He needs to be careful about overcommitting. That one was okay. BFG will be the choice of Heroic for Sergeant Hammer. So looking for that extra burst damage. You know, I can't really argue against that. I like that against a Lucio specifically, because Lucio is going to do very well against Napalm.
I like that too. Also because Boy Prison, after connecting with Boy Prison, Twilight Dream, and BFG may take out few targets, at least one if focus fired. So that's a great choice coming out from Mighty, but it's a little bit too late. Black is already full levels ahead, and they're trying to take more as they have the global potential.
Mind you, that combo you mentioned is very difficult to pull off, and I don't currently have faith that Mighty will be able to do it. But it's going to be moves like that that get them back in this game if they are to catch up. They don't have Holy Ground here, but MV Black is going to heavily invade right into this nightcap. Sanctification is available. Joker is going to try to cut this off. Sanctification being used, but it's solo. No one else can get inside. Tist stays a long time here. Coach is going to use that adaptation. There's the expiration of Teriel's trait. He still wants this, and he is going to get it. And they get no kills. Joker tries to get another kill onto Sake with his ice block here. And we get the steal. It's one death against them.
That was a messy fight for both teams.
Yeah.
MVP Black.
They couldn't get in.
Camp.
They couldn't get into the Sanctification because they don't have heroes that have the mobility to go over the wall.
And Li-Ming's teleport was on cooldown, or Reset just did not gonna put himself into the danger zone, and just also sacrificing himself for that trait damage at the end. I think it was intended somewhat.
I would say that's absolutely correct. The Twilight Dream as well was really well placed, so could have gone worse from MVP Black, but definitely they made some mistakes in their engage there as they look to actually cut off the retreat of Muradin. Looks like they're not going to commit that far. They just want to knock Zeratul off the temple so they can get as many shots of both as they can.
Yeah, this is exactly what they want to do. They got the camp, they have the global, so they want to make the snowball into a bigger snowball and cut off Mighty when they are moving together, and when it seems like they're not even moving together, and it seems like Greymane is off to the lane sometimes, and also Zeratul is trying to make the choice coming out from the side.
This is a moment where you don't race to the shrine when you're already behind in terms of the rotation. This is where you try to catch and fight 5v4 to force the rotation of Dahaka off the shrine. Instead, they let him go full. Now we can rotate up. And this could get real messy real soon.
And Greymane is not in the fight, and great Boy Prison to actually cancel some damage for the time being.
They don't even try to hit the BFG with that. Sanctification used very early. It wasn't necessary because Mighty didn't even attempt it there. They do get warded away. Now it's going to be level 16 for MVP Black coming up. Oh, Sands is dead. Reset with a great Calamity there.
Catching Zeratul on. He's on fire, getting another reset, and that's going to be 45. Great Twilight Dreams for defensive, also BFG connecting there, but Joker gets very low.
Joker is insanely low. Does end up going down there at the very end, but look at the resets coming out here for Reset. God, there's got to be a better word for this. Because he always plays Li-Ming and always gets resets.
Yes, he does.
Weird to commentate. Well, All Keeps survived this exchange, which is what Mighty at least walk away with the awkward consolation prize. Just a piece of paper that says my keeps are alive. And everyone will respawn. Black is going to likely posture at the boss with this bot lane pressure. They're going to have double siege cap. And Mighty doesn't really have to worry about the top lane pressure right now. I'd like to see them even attempt to contest this boss despite being a talent tier down. I feel like you just have to do that in this case. And they are going to do just that. They need to send Malfurion and Greymane in here, though.
Yeah, it's going to take some time, but MVP Black is contesting with the boss, so luckily they have some time to actually join into the fight. They're drawing in. They want to fight as their talent up. And here comes Zeratul from the side, but just blinks away, actually.
Okay, here's the Void. Tist is on it. He's going to have Sank. Doesn't even need it. Cap is complete. And immediately Sound Barrier goes down. Joker is not getting out of this one. And watch Reset as he jumps forward, looks for the kill into Nasong. He'll just need that one more shot to go for another teleport forward. He does get it. We'll get the kill into SDE, and Tyrael will be the only casualty here as MVP Black will take the wipe and the game. The boss marching down this lane. That is GG. Mog is like, but Wolf, I'm still alive. No. Not for much longer.
Yes.
Reset's like, if I had the mana,
if I had a little bit more mana, I would take the kill, but that's going to be boss going for the last bits of core. It is actually 100%. It's not over yet, but it will be very soon. MVP Black just tearing down that core at the very end. There goes Magi, tore it into pieces. And there's the core. Game number 2 going to MVP Black.
Very, very one-sided second map, but you have to give credit where credit is due. We saw some good Twilight Dreams, some overextensions as well by MVP Black, especially that Night Camp take could have been cleaner.